Welcome on Travis Code channel. In this video we will create a React file uploader. So how it will look like. We have component, we can choose file, for example one, and we can click submit. And as you see we have notification and we have this file as image. Also we can upload multiple images or any other files, it's not a problem. Let's click open, submit, and as you see we have huge number of different files. So let's start and do it from the scratch. Okay, what do we have from the start? We have client folder where we will have React application. This application was created with the create React app. It's super simple and empty. As you see, it's React render application and nothing special. App.js is empty file, almost empty component with one text. Server folder is empty. So let's start and create the first component. It will be file uploader. We need create new directory. It will be components. File uploader and the index.js. And we need to return something. We will use some bootstrap code. Let's open this snippet. Link for this snippet will be in the video description, so you can easily copy it. As you see, we have prepared template. It's just HTML and CSS. What we need this form. Let's copy this form and we will return form. Form div, we have class name, we have label, we have input. Let's close it, multiple empty string, and form. Then let's add button, submit. Okay, now we need to add CSS. Let's copy this CSS, new file, we put all the CSS as it is, and don't forget import in our React application. Okay, we have component. Let's go to app.js. And import it from file uploader folder. Then we can use it easily. And that's it. Let's refresh our application. It's compiling. And as you see, we have our component. It's what we need. Okay, the next we can open some file and it works almost. Okay, the next part, let's add some logic. We need go to file uploader index CSS, index.js, and for input we need add on change function and save input value. So to do it, let's create function, the same get target event target value, we will get data, and for our input on change we will call on input change. Okay, let's take a look. What do we have? And as you see, we have this file name. Okay, it works. The next, we need to save this data to state, local state, and when we click submit, we will upload this file. To save this data, let's use let's import use state from React, and we need const use state null by default. The next, we will use set file this target value, and we have file. But as you see, is only a path to get data. We need to use file. Files 0, because by default it saves 2 files. Okay, let's console log. Let's choose something. Okay, and as you see, we have file list structure with a 0 element. We have all data about this file. It's a type, size, name, and a lot of additional. We will save this data to state file, and okay. The next, what we need when we click submit, or in general when we submit this form, we need to send this data to server. How to do it? It's easy. On submit, let's create function submit handler. First of all, we need prevent default behavior, it's page refreshing. The next one, what we need send this data. How we can send this data? We will use popular library Axios. I guess if you worked with React, you know how this library works. We need to install this library. So let's go to CD client, yarn add Axios, and meanwhile we need on submit we need create data, what we will upload. So let's use const data, it will be new form data. It's special binary format for saving binary data like images or any other files. And the next one, we need data append set name, it will be file, and file, it's what we saved from on input change. We saved this file. Okay, we have this file, and now the next step, we can submit this data. So we will use Axios, don't forget to import Axios from Axios, and Axios post, where we will post it, it will be localhost 8000 upload, and data. Then if everything was successful, uploaded, we show success. Otherwise, if there was error, catch Okay, super simple behavior. Let's try what we have. Choose some file. Let's click submit. And as you see, we have network error. Let's open network. Of course, we don't have this file. We don't have server. The next step, we will create server with Node.js. To do it, let's go to server library and we will create new file server.js. We will use Express. It means we need to install Express. Let's open new tab. We will go server and what do we need to install? First of all, it's Express, so yarn add Express. Then we need the Malter library for handling uploading files. Then course, because we will upload our file from localhost 3000 to localhost 8000. There are different ports. It means we will have course issue. And for development work, we will use NodeDaemon, just to simplify our work. Let's install everything. The next, in our server.js, what do we need? We need const express. The next, const Malter we have all libraries we need. Then let's create application. Const app, it will be express. Super simple, easy. The next one, let's add middleware app use course. As I mentioned before, as we have different ports, we need to handle course issue. And the next one, we need to create storage for files. To do it, we will create disk storage. We have two config parts. The first one is destination. It will be function. It requires request, file, and callback. So we put public. Public is the name of folder where we will save our data. And the next file name, its function, the same params. We will create file name. So let's call callback with first it's null. Then we will create the name by date now. So format will be the next. We have storage, destination, it will be saved in public folder. File name will be created based on date, now it's timestamp of current time, dash, and the original file name. It guarantees that we will have unique names. The next, we need to create upload. We will use Mulder. We will pass storage as storage and single file. It means that we will save only one file. And what we need, the last part is the easiest. We need to create endpoint to save this data. So app post upload, request response, it's arrow function, we have upload, let's use it, pass request response, and callback function is possible error. If we have error, let's return response status 500 and JSON error. So we will return this error, otherwise we return status 200, everything was okay, and send request file. File, it's what it's final information about file we used, we uploaded, and that's it. But the most important part, we need to run our application. Listen 8000. Okay, we finished our application. What do we have? We imported all modules, we created application with Express, we added course middleware, we created storage where we said public folder will be a folder where we will save data. The next one, we created upload, it's storage where we will use where we will save this information, and we have endpoint upload, we use this endpoint to send data, and we have application. Now we can run, so use node daemon. As we see, we have application, and now on our network, let's refresh, let's choose file and click submit. And as you see, we have error 500. Why? Because we need create folder public. Node.js can create this folder public. Okay, we created this folder. Let's try again. Let's click submit. As you see, we have 200. Everything was saved successfully. As you see in preview, in the response, we have destination, it's folder where it was saved, we have some encoding, we have file name and field name and file name, and the final path where this file was saved, public and file name, and of course we have size. As you see, we save this data. Also, we can open public, and in public folder we have this file. Okay. The next step, let's add the possibility to upload multiple files. What do we need? We go to uploader. For the form, let's change multiple. We will allow uploading multiple files. The next step, let's rename files, then it will be array, set files, and save all files, not the first one. Okay, and what we need create data, append all data. To do it, we will use for So why we can't use for each method for files? Because all files is not array, it's as we remember, it's a special format file. It's a class. Okay, but we can use easily for cycle. And now we will append the data files index. Okay, data we have, we can delete this part. Then we send this data and okay. The next part is update on the server part. On the server we have single and name file. Let's change it to array. We have the same storage. And that's it. File. Server is restarting. Now let's open network, refresh our page and try to choose multiple. As you see, we can choose 4 or more files. Let's click open and submit. So we have upload, we don't have preview, but all files were saved. Why we don't have a preview? We need update this, but request files. As it's multiple files, we need update to files. And now let's try choose. Let's click submit. We have upload, and as you see, we have response. It's array of 2 file name, the first one and the second one. As you see, we have everything what we need. The next important part is validation. Client-side validation is not safe and not the best place, but anyway, we have onChange method where we are saving these files, so easily you can check all data. Let's put debugger and take a look what do we have. We click submit, and as you see, we can take a look at our files. It's file list, and we have, as I mentioned before, we have type and name and also size. In this place you can check maximum file size to set some minimum or maximum value. Also you can check type of file, is it image or something else. If you need only images, you can check is it a PNG, JPEG or any other picture file, and validate this data. Okay, the next step what I want to show you is let's add some notification that file was successfully uploaded. To do it, we will use library calls testify. Yarn add testify. And to be sure, we need to install React testify. Yeah, and okay, what do we have in this component? Let's go to app.js and we need the container for Toastify. We will use import let's put this container. All notifications will be saved in this container, and the next part, let's go to components file uploader. We need function calls toast, and inside let's replace console log with toast. Success. And for error, okay, that's it. Now let's choose some file, click submit. And the next important part, we need, as you see, we have notifications, we need add CSS. Let's return to our app.js and just put this React Toastify CSS. Okay, let's choose file, click submit, and as you see, we have this super nice notification. The next, what I want to show you, it's showing these images on the page. How to do it? As we know, we're returning data from backend. We need to create a new file. It calls component. It calls preview index.js. What do we need? Export const. It will have files, and if we do not have files, we return null, otherwise return files map. We have file and we need to return image. Image source. What will be the source? Let's open the network. We have file name and we need file name. File name. Also, let's add alt. It will be file original name. So preview, simple. The next one in app.js, let's import preview. The next we need output it, and we need pass data. Where we will get this data? We will get it from file uploader, and we will save it in state. We need React state. it will be empty array, and in file uploader we need pass on success function, for example, and when we save data on submit we show notification, and on success data, no, not data, it will be then response. We need response data. It will be this array of files. Okay, we have it. We have on success. Let's put file uploader on success. On success is just a function. Let's call it saved files, and in preview files. Okay, so from file uploader we saved files. When we saved these files we call on success save information to files state, and then pass it to preview component. Okay, let's refresh our application. Let's do this part. Let's hide console and choose files. Let's open two and click submit. Okay, and as you see it doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Because of we need update server part. Right now what do we have? We have endpoint, but we don't have static server for sharing static files. To do it, it's easy with additional middleware. Use express static and public. It's the same name of directory. Let's try. Server was restarted. Okay, we forgot to put in preview. It's not only file name, we need to localhost. So don't forget to put server address. Okay, let's open. Let's choose a few files. Let's click submit, and as you see we have all these files saved. Also let's add some CSS. And as you see we have all these files uploaded. So everything is done, implemented. You can find the final code in my GitHub repository. Link will be under the video description. Don't forget to take a look at. Also, we'll be happy to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, and soon you will see much more interesting React or JavaScript tutorials.